What's up, children of the sun? Got the sun behind me right there. I wanted to quickly discuss some concepts. People leaving me comments, asking questions. I made a video, and I think I've clarified this once before, and I've also made another video about the theory of quantum death and the soulless ones and the soulless beings. And sometimes we're interacting with people who do not have souls. And people are like, oh my God. And you can't, when I'm saying this, I'm not coming off of a religious concept or a religious way of thinking. Coming from the theory of quantum death, and in the theory of quantum death, there's a multiverse of people, okay? There's many multiverses, all right? Let me see if I can hold this right. There's a multiverse, okay? And so in this multiverse, there's several versions of our worlds, several versions of reality, several versions of you playing out different decisions. It's like a video game, though, in the sense that your soul can only inhabit one reality at a time, but your different versions of yourself are already playing out different decisions. So if you go left or right, you've made both the decisions. Okay, so like you're at a crossroad, one of you's gone left, one of you's gone right, but those are not actual, these are just versions of yourself and not the actual you. Your soul has to make a decision on which direction you're going to go. So when you decide to go left, then your soul is going on the left hand path. But there's still a version of you that's gone to the right. Okay, so what is going on with that version of yourself? Well, that version of yourself does not inhabit your soul. So this is what happens when we exist in the world. We are interacting with versions of people that may not actually be themselves. So what are they doing? They're playing out, they're going autopilot. These people basically do everything on autopilot. And you can notice that someone's gone into a routine and they haven't changed things up and they're just kind of like routine. That's that person who's on autopilot. They're not really adding to reality. They're not being creative. This doesn't not necessarily have to be for the entire duration of their life. A person's soul may align with yours in the same reality, and you may have a soul connection with that person, or you meet your soulmate. Your soulmate's actually manifest in your reality. You may have known them your whole life, and you're like, well, you've been here this entire time, and I've never really noticed you. Well, they may have not been on the same reality or same frequency as you, but once they do, you start noticing things, and you notice them. So this is what we talk about. The quantum death is that, like I said, when you die, or when you die in one reality, you just move on to the next reality. So there's some realities where you have actually died, where you got into an accident and you didn't survive. So, but your soul doesn't have any consciousness of it because it just moved on to the next reality where it didn't happen. And I think I explained it in another video one time. It can be a little complicated if you're thinking on concepts like I said, religious, like once you die, you go to heaven. When in actuality, you're just moving on to the next reality until you complete your soul's mission. And then I guess you go move on to a higher consciousness, which that's what people's goal is. They're trying to move on to higher consciousness, a level of higher consciousness where you're not playing out these little games and, you know, my dog again. So that's what we're talking about, quantum death and soulless ones. There are some people who are just on autopilot and you're not actually interacting with that person. There are times when you can pull that person's vibration into yours, but I don't recommend it because that's not that person's will. Like I said, their soul might be in a different reality or a different wavelength that you can't even see right now because they've made other decisions. Their soul has made other decisions. So, but you might be interacting with just one of their avatars. I hope that is not too complicated for y'all. If y'all have any questions, hey man, like I said, just Google it. Just Google it. I'm sorry. I'm trying to hold this thing. All right. Let me get this dog some water. All right. Make your reality happen, because if you don't do it, then who will?